This is Reverend Jerry Hobby. Today is August 29th. What a glorious day. It is a new beginning for a lot of people. And today we get to warm the feel and join people in this celebration of new beginnings. And I'm going to invite you to join us by simply sitting in the silence for a moment. We have a separate sacred reading, and then after that, we'll go back into the silence again, and we'll close it out in a special way. So I invite you to just allow yourself to drop into hard focus breathing right now. Simply letting go of everything else that may be happening around you or has happened today. Let's just focus on the heart, the breath of the heart, and the breath of life. Simply remembering it is all one.
Where's my babies? Where's my babies?
We just continue to anchor in the place of the silence. Our reading comes from 365 Science of Mind, the Year of Daily Wisdom from Ernest Holmes. Today's reading is entitled, The Healing Christ Abides Within Me. The Christ mind that abides within me is the incarnation of God in every individual. Not a person lives who does not at some time in his or her life sense the inward presence. This vision of the divine that presses against us. It is seeking entrance through our thoughts. We must open the door of our consciousness and permit it to enter. It is willingness, acceptance, and recognition that gives entrance to the divine presence. It is faith and acknowledgement that permits its creative power to flow through our word. So say today, I am opening my consciousness to a realization of living eternal Christ. I know that the Christ dwells in me, and I know that there is an invisible guide, a living presence with me at all times. With complete simplicity and directness, I recognize my divine center. Consciously, I unify myself with this pure spirit in which I live, move, and have my being. I am strong with the strength of the all vitalizing power of pure spirit. I am sustained by divine energy, which flows through me as radiant health and vitality. Every atom of my being responds to this divine presence. I completely surrender myself to it. I invite you to just go back within again with heart focus, breathing. Just allow these words to settle within every part of your being. Allow it to be the nurturing energy within every cell of your being. Our reading this morning comes from 365 Science of Mind, a year of daily wisdom from Ernest Holmes. And today's reading is entitled, The Healing Christ Abides Within Me. The Christ mind that abides within me is the incarnation of God in every individual. Not a person lives who does not, at some time in his or her life, sense the inward presence, the vision of the divine that presses against us. It is seeking entrance through our thoughts. We must open the door of our consciousness and permit it to enter. It is willingness, acceptance, and recognition that gives entrance to the divine presence. It is faith and acknowledgement that permits its creative power to flow through our word. I'm inviting you to activate this morning by the power of your spoken word. So I'm inviting you to unmute yourself and repeat after me. Today,
Today,
I am opening my consciousness
I am opening my consciousness
to a realization of the living eternal Christ.
to a realization of the living eternal Christ.
I know that the Christ dwells in me,
I
and
know
That the Christ dwells in me.
Christ dwells in me.
I know that there is an invisible guide,
I know there is an
That
invisible guide,
died.
a living presence
a
with
living,
me
Living
at
presence.
all
a
times.
living presence with me at all times.
With complete simplicity and directness,
With complete simplicity,
simplicity and
directness,
I recognize my divine center.
I recognize my
I
divine center.
Consciously, I unify myself with this pure spirit,
Consciously, I unify myself with this
pure
pure
spirit,
spirit
in which I live, move, and have my being.
in which I live, move, and have my
being.
being.
I am strong with the sense of the all vitalizing power of pure spirit.
I am strong with the
The
sense of the all
vitalizing power of the pure spirit.
I am sustained by divine energy,
I am
sustained by
sustained
divine
by
energy,
which flows through me as radiant health and vitality.
which
which
flows
flows
through
through
me
me
as radiant
and
health
health
and vitality.
Every atom of my being responds to this divine presence.
Every
every
atom of
atom of my
being
being
responds
responds to the
to this
divine presence.
divine presence.
I completely surrender myself to it.
I
I
completely
completely
surrender
surrender
myself to
myself
it.
to it.
And in this sacred space right here, right now, we anchor in the space of unconditional love. And in this space of sacred surrender, we allow for this abiding presence to expand itself within all parts of our lives. And today, we acknowledge it and allow the practicality of it to show up with complete certainty, with complete awareness. So, in this moment right here, we acknowledge it as the activated presence. And what I'm knowing about this activated presence is it is alive and it reveals itself right here, right now, within our body temples. Our bodies are simply a blessing. They are an expression of the infinite flowing within this human experience. So I acknowledge its radiance, its vitality and strength. I acknowledge its radiance as the expression as we walk, as we move, as we express in this human experience through our bodies with right use as a blessing and a divine honoring. So I acknowledge this presence within every cell of our being. I know that it fulfills itself with every drink of water that hydrates it and every nourishing bite that we choose. I know this is done and fulfills itself intentionally, innovating grace and joy and fulfilling itself as a blessing in this human experience. And likewise, I acknowledge the same presence within the body of our mental awareness, our emotional awareness, and as the spirit of who and what we are. So what I'm knowing is it fulfills itself in practical ways. There is a mindfulness in the nature of our being, and we acknowledge it within our spoken word about our affirmations, about life, our experience. We're acknowledging it as the divine source of infinite good. I know that it fulfills itself in every relationship, including our relationship with ourselves. I'm acknowledging it within our vocations, the way we show up and serve in the world. And I acknowledge it as our time, money, and freedom. So what I'm knowing is divine grace shows up, blessing us, allowing time for rest, allowing for every seeming need to be met, allowing for there to be a balance in life and fulfilling itself now. So in this sacred space, we breathe, acknowledging this presence, and remember that that presence works within every one of us. And in this space of sacred awareness right here, right now, we embrace it with confidence. We turn to it and allow it to be the great navigator in our daily experience. We allow God to be the only energy fulfilling itself. So we close with these words. If God be for us, then who or what can be against us? No thing.
If
And
God
no,
be for
yeah,
us, then who or what can be against us? No thing, person, no nothing.
absolutely. We embrace this truth and allow this wisdom to fulfill itself in practical ways.
Always.
Mm. And it is in this space with love and gratitude we affirm. And so it
It
is.
is. Now it is.
And now it is. Amen. Amen and Ashe. YouTube, I hope you enjoyed today. It was a joy being with you. We're going to invite you to come and check us out. A lot of great things happening. I want to do a quick soundbite. Sunday is going to be fabulous. It is our fifth Sunday. We're going to share matters of the heart by the power of the spoken word. Great things and a wonderful place to be for you to hear and acknowledge the presence that abides within you. We love you. We appreciate you. Have a blessed day, YouTube audience.